Tired of the negativity? Looking for a shot of optimism? Well, I have an inspiring story to make you smile right after this. This episode of Misfits and Crackpots is brought to you by the Well-Crafted Story Workshop. Struggling to connect with your audience and attract new clients? Transform your speaking skills at the Well-Crafted Story Workshop with Coach Jimmy Hayes Nelson and yours truly, Dr. Danny Brissell. In just 2 days, master the art of crafting compelling speeches that convert listeners into clients. Whether in-person or virtual, you'll get personalized attention in an intimate group, learning not just from expert coaches, but from fellow entrepreneurs. Don't let another opportunity slip away. Get your free story blueprint today at wellcraftedstoryworkshop.com and turn your story into your most powerful business tool. Your success starts here. Visit wellcraftedstoryworkshop.com now. You're just a well-crafted story away from 7 figures. Hello there, my friend, and welcome to Misfits and Crackpots, short, inspiring stories for busy people. I'm Dr. Danny Brissell. This is a podcast for those interested in extraordinary stories about ordinary people and companies. Consider it your dose of positivity and inspiration for the week. Gabriel Garcia Marquez said, "It is not true that people stop pursuing their dreams because they grow old. They grow old because they stop pursuing dreams." This week's success strategy: hustle. In the bustling heart of America's culinary scene, within the steam and sizzle of restaurant kitchens, both fancy and quaint, you'll often encounter a common yet profound thread: the presence of an immigrant named Jose. This isn't just a coincidence or a mere statistic, it's a narrative deeply woven into the fabric of America's gastronomic tapestry. Jose, a name that resonates with the stories of countless immigrants, represents a journey of hope, resilience, and aspiration. Hailing from diverse corners of the world, these individuals bring with them a rich mosaic of gastronomic traditions, skills, and innovations. They step into American kitchens not merely as workers, but as custodians of a cultural heritage that enriches the American dining experience. In these kitchens, Jose and his compatriots are often the unsung heroes. They toil behind the scenes, their hands crafting the meals that delight and inspire. And their contribution goes beyond mere labor, as they infuse each dish with the flavors of their homeland, telling a story of their journey with every plate served. In the verdant rolling hills of Asturias, a region of northeastern Spain, is a place where ancient fortresses stand as silent sentinels over lush landscapes. The Asturian culture, rich and robust, is a reflection of its resilient people, known for their warmth and hospitality. It is in this enchanting corner of the world where the Bay of Biscay whispers tales of old to the rugged coastline that a boy named Jose lived an idyllic childhood. Jose spent his early years cradled in the warmth of a close-knit family, where the kitchen was the heart of the home. It was in this humble kitchen that Jose's love for cooking was kindled. His mother, a maestra of the culinary arts, and his grandmother, a guardian of family recipes, were his first and most cherished teachers. They introduced him to the traditional dishes of Asturias: hearty fabada, savory chorizo, and the delectable arroz con leche. These dishes were not just meals, they were stories of heritage and history, passed down through generations. For young Jose, the kitchen was a playground of possibilities. He would stand on his tiptoes to watch his mother deftly maneuver around the kitchen, her hands weaving magic with the simplest ingredients. His grandmother, with her gentle smile and wise eyes, would tell him tales of old Asturias as she stirred the pot of fabada, a pork and bean stew, infusing it with love and tradition. These moments provided recipes and living in the importance of preserving one's heritage and sharing it with the world. Jose witnessed firsthand how food could evoke emotions, how a single bite could transport one to another time and place. He learned that Cooking was a language of its own, a way to communicate without words. The joy on his family's faces as they gathered around the dinner table, the laughter and conversations that flowed as freely as the wine, these were the moments that shaped Jose. As Jose grew, so did his dreams. Now a teenager, he wanted to recreate the magic of his family's dinner table, to bring people together in a celebration of food and life. So he ventured beyond the familiar streets of his hometown to the prestigious School of Hospitality and Tourism of Barcelona. Here, amidst the bustling energy of one of Spain's most vibrant cities, Jose immersed himself in the world of haute cuisine. He absorbed the intricacies of culinary techniques, the science behind the flavors, and the art of presentation. Jose began to practice his craft in the kitchens of some of Spain's most esteemed restaurants, under the tutelage of renowned chefs. He learned the discipline required to run a kitchen, the precision needed for each dish, and the creativity to turn ingredients into art. Through constant experimentation and risk-taking, he began to develop his own culinary style, a fusion of the traditional flavors of Asturias with the innovative techniques he learned. But Jose's story was not to be confined to the borders of Spain. A restless spirit, Jose looked across the ocean to a land vast and diverse, the United States of America. This land, a mosaic of cultures and taste, was the perfect canvas for his gourmet artistry. It was here, in the bustling cities of America, that Jose's dream of becoming a restaurant owner and a world-renowned chef began to take shape. He started in New York City, a city as relentless as it is inspiring. But it was in Washington, D.C. where Jose truly found his footing. He saw an opportunity to introduce something new, something vibrant, the flavors of his Spanish heritage through the lens of his innovative culinary techniques. His first restaurant was a small yet ambitious venture that showcased his unique take on tapas. His approach was revolutionary, transforming tapas from simple bar snacks into an exquisite dining experience. Each small plate a masterpiece of flavor and creativity. The restaurant was a hit, as critics raved and patrons flocked. He didn't stop there, however. His ambition and passion for culinary innovation drove him to open more restaurants, each with its own concept, each a different facet of his culinary vision. From avant-garde tasting menus to casual eateries, Jose's establishments captured the essence of his philosophy, that food should be a journey, an experience, a story told through taste and texture. As his empire expanded, so did Jose's fame. He became known not just as a chef, but as a visionary, an artist whose medium was food. His restaurants received numerous accolades, including Michelin stars, a credit to his skill and creativity. Jose's appearances on television and his cookbooks brought his philosophy of cooking into homes across the world, making him a household name. Jose's remarkable ascent as a celebrity chef and restaurateur, however, would pale in comparison to a path that led him to a greater calling. It all began with a devastating earthquake that struck Haiti in 2010. Witnessing the catastrophic aftermath, Jose felt a deep urge to help, quickly. He knew that food, his lifelong passion, could be a powerful tool in aiding those in dire need. With this conviction, Jose took a step that would redefine his life and career. He flew to Haiti, not as a chef to cook in a restaurant, but as a humanitarian to cook for the people. In Haiti, amidst the rubble and despair, Jose's efforts began in earnest. He set up makeshift kitchens, often in challenging conditions, to cook meals for the survivors. This was no small feat. It required not just culinary skills, but also logistics, planning, and a deep understanding of how to operate in disaster zones. This work would lay the foundation for his nonprofit organization dedicated to providing meals in the wake of natural disasters. Reflecting Jose's belief in the power of food as a catalyst for change, his nonprofit has responded to numerous crises around the world, from hurricanes in Puerto Rico and the Bahamas to wildfires in California. From the volcanic eruption in Guatemala to the COVID-19 pandemic, Jose and his team have been there, serving millions of meals to those affected. Jose's organization provides not just food, but a sense of hope and normalcy to those whose lives have been turned upside down. And his group also works on long-term initiatives aimed at food resilience and sustainability. Jose's philanthropic work has earned him numerous accolades, including a nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize. In 2022, the nonprofit he founded, World Central Kitchen, was awarded a $100 million Courage and Civility Award by Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. But more than the awards, he has shown the world that a chef's skills can do more than create gastronomic delights. They can heal, unite, and inspire in times of need. His skill in hustling, whether it be in introducing new tastes to a starving public or serving millions in disaster zones, has truly set Chef Jose Andres apart. See, friend, inspiration is all around us. You just have to look for it. Thanks for listening. Join us next week for another inspiring story about misfits and crackpots. Misfits and Crackpots is a production of Success Media, produced by Terrence Wishner. Sound effects by Alessandro Lucati, courtesy of Pixabay. Thank you for tuning in. If you love today's story, there's so much more to explore in the book Misfits and Crackpots by yours truly, Dr. Danny Brissell. Grab your copy now on Amazon and dive deeper into the extraordinary lives of those who dared to change the world. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share the podcast with fellow misfits who love inspiring stories. See you next time.